and welcome to episode 22 of Strawberry Patches podcast. My name is Marina. I'm coming to you from Auckland, New Zealand, where it is springtime here today, the 18th or 19th of October. And in this podcast video, I'm going to tell you about my baby knits. I've done quite a few, and handmade dolls. I've been making some angels. So I'm coming to you from my backyard, and we're going up to this little room up there, which is our nursery and crafts room all in one. I'm very happy that you are here with me today. Grab something. Thank you for liking and commenting on my videos. That makes this whole thing more special and more like a dialogue. So let's move on. See you up there. Hi everyone! So, I was talking to you from our garden just now, and now we're finally here. As you can see, today I have a beautiful arrangement of all of my baby's clothes and toys here. And behind me you can see some nice hand-dyed yarn that I dyed myself or bought. And I really like to surround myself with all these colors, and it's springtime, right? So colors, flowers, strawberries, everything that's springy, bright and colorful. So let us start. First of all, I want to show you the finished objects. One of them is the vintage vest that I almost finished last time. Now the buttons are on, and it's all done, all in one piece. Very lovely fern buttons. And I got a suggestion from one of my friends that I should maybe crochet around, but I don't think that's necessary. What do you think? Would that be better? Like around the sleeves? I don't know. I think it's quite nice like that. The name of this pattern is Vintage Vest, and this yarn is the Gumtree Gully alpaca, 100% alpaca, that I bought here locally. And I have some more yarn that came from them as well. And this super, super soft. And I don't know why, maybe I'm, the last objects that I knit were muted colors, not unlike the other crazy colors that I used. Finished object one, done. The next thing I want to show you is that cute cardigan. But before I show it to you, I have some clips about how it was done. So let's see. First, I was knitting on the body, the sleeves, and then I connected them all together. Let's see. Hello, just wanted to show you that I have finally done all the way up to here of this cardigan, which is called Angel Jacket. And what I have done is this is the back, and this is one sleeve, this is another sleeve. Oh, that's just a doll I want to make. And these are, yeah, one side and the other side. I had to use so many cables for that. Oh my god. And yeah, this is maybe one of the most complicated patterns I've done so far because of all these parts. I really believe that this cardigan could have been done in one piece. Like, I mean, yeah, it looks big, but it could have been done just in one piece instead of all these little pieces, because after all, yeah, that's what I think anyway. So now I have to put them all on one circular needle and do the yoke and then the hood. And I love the yarn. The yarn is this one, pearl, which has silk in it. Fine merino and alpaca. Yeah, love the color, really love working with it, and I'm sure this baby is gonna love it. I'm so excited that I have finally finished the hood, and of course I started to seam it up as soon as I finished it, and I made a mistake. Look at this. As soon as I made it, thank God I didn't do the second yet. Well, half did it. And I suddenly thought, like, how can a child's hand fit through this little hole? And why is it so big here? And of course, my bad. I should have connected them here, because those little hands should have more room to go in there, in the sleeve. So now I'm going to rip it all back here and all back here. And I already even hid the ends when I realized it, so I'm going to undo it now. And the same here. I'm going to rip it back, but I think I finished here, so I'm going to have to rip it all the way here. And then, oh man, I wish the pattern said be careful with the sleeves, and like leave a marker where you've started the decreases or increases so that you know that the sleeve should come up to here. Frustration. But anyways, I'm so looking forward to finishing this, because it looks just as amazing as on the picture. I love the color that I chose. Look at that. And look at this. Almost done. And I'm watching Flavie from Thick Knits. A little bit of practice of my Spanish. And look what I got. It's gonna be Christmas here. First time for me in the season where it's summer. So this is how Santas look here. Yep. And this is my angel that I'm making. So now that you've seen how it was all with mistakes and everything done, let's look at the finished object. Ta-da! Isn't that cute? So this is an angel cardigan. Angel jacket, sorry. That's the name of the pattern. And the yarn is called Pearl. Here's a lovely hood with a tassel. And there is this string that goes around the neck so that you can hold it. And at first I wasn't very happy with the fact that all of these pieces had to be sewn together. And as you can see, I got confused about how to sew in the sleeves. But what I like about it is that once they're all together, and you just do this lovely yoke, it's really easy. And I finished the whole thing in just 11 days. Yeah, wow. Very impressed with myself. There's still no buttons, but I figured that I have so much time until the baby is born. I mean, until the baby is born, one thing, until she can wear it, that I will have time to find the perfect buttons for it and then sew them on. There's how many? 3 buttons here at the top. In any case, I don't think I need them that much because there's this thing here. On the whole, I really love this yarn. It's really soft, squishy, and it's not as stretchy as my other cardigan that I did, the Elizabeth Simmons baby surprise jacket, which I'm sure that this fabric, like that one, I've washed it and it's stretched so much, and maybe when I wash it something's gonna happen too, but I don't think so. I think the gauge here was perfect, and I'm sure that this is gonna fit her perfectly. And I love this muted color as well. I'm really happy with it. Really satisfied. I just wish I had a model to show you on, or like a big toy, but I'm working on it. I'm working on the model as you can tell. Yeah, I'm going to be 36 weeks tomorrow, and as my midwife said, after 37 weeks it's anytime she can just be born anytime after that. So I'm very happy with this jacket. And let's move on to the next finished object. So, oh, I have to get up again. Here they are, the finished objects. While I'm getting them, you can see some photos of how I was working on them. I tried some new techniques. So the idea for these 3 angels was that there are some people in my life here in New Zealand that are making everything so much more fun and so special for me that I wanted to thank them. One of them is Sarah, that I told you a lot about last time, who is not just an amazing knitter, and she's helped me so much with the baby shower, and she had a birthday recently. Happy birthday, Sarah. And this little angel is very special, not just because I made it specially for her, but also because Sarah has been recently making lots of pumpkin related things. Hence we have this beautiful pumpkin dress. And of course, I told you it's a special doll, so we have another pumpkin and the name. Another amazing thing about this doll is this hair. It looks quite like the hair that the yarn that I used to use for my other dolls, but not quite. Actually, this is hand spun and hand dyed by Sarah. She was kind enough. She had spun some for her projects, and I asked her if she would be willing to share some of it. And she said, well, there's some left, and it's not enough for anything, so you can have it. And I was like, yeah. And here's some of it that's going back to her, for her to remember how beautiful her yarn is before it is in a project. Because it's one thing when you see a project knit like that, but look at this. It's a totally different thing when you look at it in all its glory. So, angel number 1 for Sarah. Another angel that I made is this one. This is for Elizabeth, my midwife. And I thought she also deserves an angel. And every time I go to her office, no matter what mood I'm in, she's always happy, and she's also pregnant. So I thought that this could be a lovely present for her. And she had some displays of like pictures of the babies that were born from her clients or patients. Yeah, patients. And I thought that would look really nice in her office, or if she wants to take it home, whichever it is. So that special one is for Elizabeth. And the third one, which is a boy, is for Emily. So Emily is a friend of mine who is actually having a baby either right now, or she's due to have a baby tomorrow, because she's over 40 weeks now, so it's anytime soon. And we know that she's having a boy, hence this mister with a lovely ahoy on his pants is born. Here I'm waiting for her to tell me what the name of the baby will be, and then I can attach this and he will be sent to his new home. And for this one I didn't use any buttons here. There will be no buttons either, so that the baby can chew on him or whatever, which normally I don't advise to do, but I just didn't want any choking hazards for little baby. So yeah, here's what we have. A whole new trio of little angels. What do you think? You like them? And they're all different. Look at that. Like dark blonde and auburn hair. But this is not all. I have almost finished another angel, and since the finished objects are finished anyway, here she is, or it is. The idea behind this one is that every New Year I'm making a Christmas decoration for the Christmas tree that would have the year that is coming up written on it. I have a similar one with 2018 and 2017. That's when I started. So this is this year's one. I just need to add some hair and attach this, and maybe I'm gonna give a button, which is some cupcake or maybe a teddy. I have some cute buttons for this kind of things. And I tried a different face this time. I kind of like it, it's different. And another idea I have for the Christmas decoration this year, because this will be our first year as a family of 3, I wanted to make like a little toy, a doll decoration thing, which is mom, dad, and a little baby. And I want to sew them all together so that it would be a whole like family unit. But still I wanted to make small enough so that it can be hung on a tree. That would be nice. That's my plan. That's another thing that I want to do. And just between finished and unfinished objects, I want to show something that I was so close to finishing. Look, all I have to do is finish this row and it's going to be done. But I've done all of this, and because it's so big, trust me, it takes a while. So let's see. I'm using hook number 3, some bamboo and cotton blend from Bali, and this baby is called the Spicier Life in Bali blanket, which I started in December last year, and I swear I'm gonna finish it this month. As you can see, it is quite big. Like, I'm not kidding, it is huge. That's why even one row of the border, it takes a while. And I don't know, maybe it will be for the baby, maybe it will be for just a throw. But let me just show you the details of the border. So I think this was the end. Yeah, so the blanket started at this part, and here is the border. 2 rows of white, then we have some green and pink, another row of white half trebles, and this lovely fans. I'm quite happy with the choice of colors that I made, and with the pattern. Of course, I'm happy with it because it's the second time I'm making it. Really pleased, and you should feel it. Like, it's a very nice It's a hypoallergenic and it's breathable, nice material. And when my husband he saw it yesterday and he's like, oh yeah, see, this I would wear. I could wear a jumper made out of it. I'm like, what? He doesn't have any idea, but this, like, I cannot imagine a jumper made out of this fabric. To me, it's cotton, so it's not as soft as wool. And if it was, I don't know, a vest or like a dress, a tunic for a woman, then I can understand how you would wear it. But for a man, has anybody of you ever seen a project made with crochet and cotton for men? Like, I cannot even imagine the texture and what would it be? Just curious. So yeah, if you look at it like that, it's a finished object. If you look like that, not really, but it will be, I'm sure. If I finish it before I upload this video, I'm gonna pop the picture of it right here. Next thing, I wanted to recommend some podcasts that I've been watching recently. And I have to say that, remember I told you that I was learning Spanish? So here's my new method. Instead of going through some boring exercises and watching some films which are very difficult for me to understand still, I decided to watch some Spanish podcasts. One of them is Alejandra from Buenos Aires, Argentina, and her podcast is Tejo y Tiño, which means I knit and I dye yarn. She has really nice yarns that I would love to knit with one day, but she's in Argentina and all of this, it's quite far. But I really enjoyed all of her episodes. I've finished watching all of them. It was a lot of fun. She's done some amazing knitted projects as well. And she's recommended the next couple of people that I've been watching. One of them is Flavie, who is a French girl living in Lille. And her podcast is also in Spanish because her boyfriend is from Argentina. And her podcast is called Fic Knits. And she also likes to travel a lot. She's been to Barcelona, to London, to Argentina, and she's posted little clips of everything. And it's quite nice to listen to her as well, because although she speaks fast, but not as fast as other Spanish speakers, so I can understand her better. Another podcast that I have started just recently watching is by Sissy, and it's called Mama Do It Yourself. Oh, she has some really lovely colors on it, and I really enjoy the bright colors that she's using and the projects that she's showing. So I would really recommend you guys, if you want to see what the Spanish speaking community is making, or maybe you speak Spanish or you want to practice it, just go and see what they're up to. So now we're ready to go to acquisitions, to yarn acquisitions. Last time I forgot to show you another thing that I got for my baby shower from lovely Tracy, who is the owner of the shop where we meet every Wednesday for our knitting. And it's called the New Zealand Fabrics and Yarn. And she was so kind. She gifted me 3 lovely touch yarns, which are 4-ply, 50-gram balls, 225 meters, and they are pure merino wool. I really love, I don't know why, but I started to like thinner yarns and better quality yarns. Maybe I'm becoming a yarn snob. I don't know. And I'm thinking, I actually need recommendations for a pattern that would include color work with these 3 colors for, of course, for my baby. I think this would be wonderful. So it has to be something simple, but it would be really interesting to make something from it. And the biggest yarn acquisition, which I wasn't even thinking of making, but I couldn't help it. I saw it on Facebook and I had to order some. It's the same yarn that I've made this vest from. It's called, the farm is called the Gumtree Gully Alpacas, which is on the north of Auckland. And it came in this lovely bag with this funny alpaca head. Here we go. First of all, this lovely card with these lovely alpacas. I so want to go and visit this farm. And this is the card. And the name of the person who is managing everything is Kathy. I met her during the festival, the wool fest that we had here. She's a lovely person and she's dyeing up all these beautiful colors. So I really wanted to make something for myself after all of this baby knits, and I was thinking of a shawl. So I ordered 3 skeins of this. That would go lovely with this, I think. And also this. The thing is, on the Facebook page, it looked a bit darker, but when it came, I noticed that there's lots of white that kind of doesn't really go with all of this. And this, I thought it was gray, but it's denim, which the name was denim, and I just didn't understand it. That's one of the things of ordering things online. Now this one goes well with that, even with that. And I really loved this pink. So I got it as well, which doesn't even match anything anymore. Although, maybe this match. Just look at the definition of the yarn, at the lovely colors. Oh, so yeah, I have to tell you about the composition. It's 90% alpaca, 10% merino, and these are all DK, which is 8 ply, and it's about 100 meters per 50 gram. And because it is so special, it's not super wash. It's gentle, lukewarm hand wash. And as it says here, it's too special for a machine and need your loving hands for about a few minutes. Here we go. You can find more information about this company on their Facebook page, Gumtree Gully Alpacas, and there are really lovely videos that Kathy made of her alpacas, you know, just running around happily in the emerald green grass of New Zealand, kind of like this. So guys, I need your advice. I understood that first, before buying anything, I should have a project in mind and a pattern, because right now I'm really not sure what combination to choose. This could be one. So this is called denim. This is called Shades of Paua. Paua is this New Zealand shell that is very popular here. This one is called River Runs Deep. And we have Kingfisher Twist here. And Multium right here. So I need your help. I would really, really be thankful if you send me a link to a pattern or just the name of the pattern that would combine, that would have DK weight and these many colors. So this is actually almost not variegated. It's a bit tonal denim, which I was thinking to be the main color for the shawl. And if I do this, then it just becomes 200 gram, and 200 gram is what, 400 meters. That could be one variant. this denim and the Paua, shades of Paua, can be another variant, but this is 100 grams, so that's 250 grams together. It can be together with the River Runs Deep, which makes it 300 gram shawl. Maybe. I'm really not sure about this one, what to do with this one. It's kind of looking brighter on the camera than it is in real life. But yeah, maybe, what do you think? Do they go together? This is another 100 grams, as far as I see. Yeah, 100 gram, 150, so that makes 350 gram. This could be a bigger shawl. And this as well. And then maybe we throw that. My friend Cher, she said that it can be find your fade. But I think that would be too crazy. I don't know if I want to wear all of that around my neck. What do you think? But I have to tell you guys, this is the softest. Ah, it's just so lovely. And I already opened it to see how it stripes. So I might as well just show you. Love. Isn't it beautiful? I might just hang it there and enjoy it. Why not? Or I can always make another baby garment with this 50 grams. Or I can always order another one. That's an option. And oh, did I skip the whips? There's one more thing I didn't show you guys. And it lives in this Bali bag that I have from this, what is it called? Manik Bali shop that I showed you in one of my episodes from when I was living in Bali, which seems like an eternity. A long time ago. Oh, it's really hot, guys. So I want to show you my work in progress. It's just a sock made from 4-ply merino and nylon blend that I hand dyed. And I hand dyed it just almost at the time that I arrived here to New Zealand, and it's been in my stash. And right now it just called to me. It said to me, it's very spring, so why not use it now to make some socks? And that's what I'm making. And this I just did yesterday. I cast them on yesterday. And I haven't really done anything today, so this is just done in one day. So what I do with socks is normally I just, depending on the yarn, here I cast on 17 times 4 stitches because I'm doing on the DP ends, which are 2mm ones. And then I make, of course here we have to have some elasticity, so there's a ribbing, and when we get to the heel, I make this style which I learned from a Russian book, and I have no idea what it's called. Somebody knows, let me know. I get confused with all these heels. I mean, people who learn from patterns, they know their names, but I have no idea what you call it, because I've been always making the same type of heel. Sorry, I just found a drop stitch here that I had to fix. Yeah. So here are my hand-dyed spring blossom socks that I plan to finish very soon as well. And with this, we're coming to the next part of the podcast, which is plans and dream knitting. Apart from the shawl that I want to make from that amazing alpaca yarn, there is another shawl that really caught my attention. It's called Little More, from a book called Knit Outside the Box. It's a lovely book. And actually the design of the shawl is inspired by how snow was falling on the window, the door frame of this person who's designed it. I'll put the name below. And I just love the way it's so elegantly draped around your shoulders. And as much as I wanted to make this shawl now, I don't have enough yarn for it because it's, I think it's a 4-ply or fingering, and it requires a lot of yarn. So for that particular project, I would have to buy more yarn. Also the pattern, I looked through it, which I normally don't do, I just start. There are some words that are really, I mean, explanations that are really hard to understand, that I'm gonna ask my friends first before I even start on this shawl, because that would be really frustrating if I have all this yarn and the pattern and I cannot make it. That's the one of the dream knitting projects. Another one, I want to participate in Cozy DK Sock Cal by Artistic Lily. I think I found her on Instagram, and she said that she's never done socks in DK weight, and why don't we do it? I'm always up for it because DK weight for socks is just amazing. The socks can be done sometimes 2 in 1 day, really, like I've done before. If you remember my, what did I call them? The blue socks with speckles from the yarn that I bought at the fest. Anyways, they're super fast and really fun if it's some speckled yarn. Yeah, as you can see, I'm all into speckles. So yeah, I'm also participating in the Fiber Tales Knit Along, which is for all the baby things that I'm knitting, and I'm posting it in her Ravelry group as well. There are some cute things there, so if you're making a baby garment, why not enter this cal and show off your amazing baby things and inspire others to make something cute and tiny for our little ones. So this is 2 knit-alongs that I'm going to be doing. Other than that, probably these 2 shawls and the socks. That's what I have so far. And apart from that, little update on my life. So my due date is on the 17th of November. And before that, I have an important date, which is the 30th, my driving test. And I'm really hoping I'm gonna get the driving license, because it would be really handy, right, to, you know, go to the doctor or something when you really need to be mobile with a little baby. Other than that, we are ready for the baby. I have everything that I need for the hospital in the cradle there. And as you can see, I couldn't part with all the decorations from the baby shower. So yeah, the bags are almost packed. So sometimes it feels so unreal that this bump, this lovely bump, is not a bump, but it's a human being in there. Yeah, it's hard to believe. Hard to believe. I don't know, I've seen so many podcasts with pregnant ladies right now. It's really funny. Like, I think this year is a baby boom year, and it's exciting to see others. So yeah, let's finish here. Thank you very much for joining me today, and I would really love to hear from you. If you want to see something more than the other things, please let me know. Let me know if you want to see more of my dolls, how I make them, or if you want to see more of the shops that I go to, the things that we have here in New Zealand, the yarn that we have. Or would you like me to interview anyone that you know that I can try to do? Or maybe you have some questions about life in New Zealand as a mom-to-be, or anything. Just let me know, and I want to, you know, to make it as interactive as possible. It's not just me talking for myself here. I want to answer your questions and to have a conversation with you guys. So thank you very much, and I'll see you very soon, hopefully before the baby's born. I hope to make another episode in 2 weeks time. So yeah, thanks a lot. Thank you for watching. See you. Bye.